Orlando Pirates are closing in on exciting Bafana talent. Orlando Pirates are closing in on signing the Chippa United midfielder. So Orlando Pirates have reached an agreement. We are told, it is reported that Orlando Pirates have reached an agreement with Chippa United over the midfielder Sinoxolo Kwayiba. We've seen Kwayiba, we've seen his rise this season. And you remember that match that Bafana played against the Congo Brazzaville, the match that was played at Nelson Mandela Bay, the qualifiers. It was in October, if I'm not mistaken. He was given his debut. So it's been a good season. He's an attacking midfielder, a 10 or an 8. So Orlando Pirates, it has been reported that Orlando Pirates are edging closer to signing him. This is after Orlando Pirates having reached an agreement with his current club, which is Chippa United. And of course, we know there's this good relationship between Orlando Pirates and Chippa United in terms of the players, to an extent that some people have been jokingly saying that Chippa United are actually an Orlando Pirates development structure. We've seen a number of players, Paseka Marcos, Ivanga. We've seen a lot of movements where players move from Orlando Pirates to Chippa United, or from Chippa United to Orlando Pirates. So it has been reported that Kwayiba has been one of the most exciting, as you know, that Kwayiba has been one of the most exciting players in the Betway Premiership, having made 22 appearances this season in all competitions for Chippa United, who are known as the Chili Boys, scoring 7 goals with a single assist. So he's been in a good scoring form, but his assists are not yet up there, you see. So Kwayiba, who's actually 25 years old, so the 25-year-old has won several Man of the Match accolades in Chippa colours this season, which earned him a call-up to Hugo Bruce Bafana squad, where he made his debut against Congo Brazzaville in a 5-0 victory at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium in the Eastern Cape. So Itiski Times is reporting here. Actually, this report by the Itiski Times. So Itiski Times has established that Pirates and Chippa, this is Chippa United, have reached a club-to-club agreement for Kwayiba, though personal terms are yet to be discussed. Meaning the two teams have met and discussed, and they've agreed. So now what is left is that now Orlando Pirates need to meet with the player and discuss personal terms, okay? Because the player is still under contract of Chippa United. That is why the Orlando Pirates has to go through Chippa United. So meaning now Chippa United have given Orlando Pirates their blessings, the blessings that Orlando Pirates can now establish talks with a player for the personal terms. Of course, if the player agrees and is happy for the Orlando Pirates is presenting all of that, then means he can make a move to Orlando Pirates. So should the personal terms be agreed on, the midfielder will be expected to join the Buccaneers in July 2025 ahead of the 2025-2026 campaign. Thabo September, who's the head coach of Chippa United, has been resigned to losing the talented attacker after admitting that the player was ready for a big move, having done all he has for the club. The Eastern Cape born player is a versatile, can play either as a second striker or as a central midfield. You see. So you look. Remember, I'm one of the people that have been raising the issues in terms of the Orlando Pirates midfield. I'd say midfield as a whole, because currently in midfield, Orlando Pirates has. You've got Kathleen Makaula in terms of the defensive role. You've got a Miguel team. Then we've got players like then in total that midfield. Then we have Kutman Musele. You've got a Talent Mbata. Then you've got a Slal Rasibuja. You've got a Ndabagai Tetwandlon. We're talking about central midfielders, and you've got the young player. Who's this? Youngster who was loaned out for quite some time. Remember, he made his debut as an 18-year-old under Joseph Zimbabwe. I'm just forgetting his name. You guys please remind me. Azola Chobeni. Yes, Azola Chobeni. You've got Azola Chobeni. So you look at the profile. you look up at the profile of that Orlando Pirates midfield, you begin to see, but that midfield lacks a player who's comfortable on the ball, comfortable in terms of that, a player who's able to play in pressure zones with the ball, who can be able to protect the ball, a player who knows how to protect the ball, and who also has a vision. Not only the vision, but also the ability to find the pass. And when I'm talking about finding the pass, I'm not talking about the backward passes and the sideways, but I'm talking about finding the forward pass, a pass that is able to break the lines, a defense splitting pass and all of that. So with all of these midfielders that I've mentioned, okay, besides Slayla Rasebocha, who we have not seen enough of Slayla Rasebocha in that role. Because the only match that I remember he started the match on, it was the Carling Cup, where Orlando Pirates hosted Magesi Football Club and Orlando Pirates lost by 3 goals to 2. That's the only match I saw him, but I didn't have to see the whole match because I was getting married on that day. It was my special day. Unfortunately, Magesi Football Club ruined things for me by defeating Orlando Pirates and therefore eliminating Orlando Pirates by 3 goals to 2 from eliminating them out of the Telkom knockout. So that was the only match where Slayla Rasebocha started the match. But in other matches where he came on and over, remember even the MTN 8 final, he came on. We saw some beautiful passes in terms of the forward passes and all of that. So then also Azola Chobe, not enough chances been provided to him and all of that. The thing is not consistent and all of that. So currently of all these midfielders that we have seen play, so we are not here underscoring the importance of a player like Talent, but in terms of his energy and his ability to drive the forward movement. But when Orlando Pirates needs to consolidate and control the matches, we've seen Orlando Pirates struggling in that. And the profile of a midfielder, is arrogant on the ball. Remember the player like Andy Lejali, Debho Mukwena, Jaden Adams. So I see the potential signing of this Kwayiba will be a good addition because he brings something that Orlando Pirates currently does not have. We've seen even Jose Riverman resorting to playing Kabelo Dlamini in 8 today, but because Kabelo Dlamini does not have the work rate, the problem with Dlamini doesn't have the work rate that is sometimes needed in that midfield and all of that. So this is the area where Orlando Pirates need to strengthen planning for next season, the midfield, but getting a different profile of a midfielder, someone who can control the tempo. Remember the player like Kolam Lambo when he was playing at Orlando Pirates, someone who's able to dictate the tempo of the match, take charge of the match, decides when to attack, decide on all those of things. The brains, that's what Orlando Pirates currently needs. So do you guys think that Kwayiba will be a welcomed addition to Orlando Pirates? What do you make of that? What are your views on that? Let me hear in the comment section, guys. Let's have that football engagement, guys. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe, guys. Don't leave this platform without subscribing. Please remember to subscribe and remember to like, share, and comment. Thank you very much, guys.